Here I go again. Here I go again. Please, just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I ask of you, please. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Hi everyone, it's Vanessa. I'm here to discuss all the things that I have out from the library, slash what I'm currently reading, slash what I anticipate I might get to in October. I have my stack of books here, as well as my tablet where I'm reading a lot of stuff off of, and I have also a few things out on audiobook on my phone as well. Alright, so first I'll go through the stack of things that I have out from the library that I have not started. First thing here is The Liar's Club by Mary Karr. This is a very well-known memoir, and I feel as I'm getting more into memoir, I've been reading quite a few lately. I wanted to go back to like one of the defining memoirs that really redefined the genre, and I've heard so many fantastic things about Mary Karr, so I'm excited to get to this one. And supposedly it deals with her childhood and family life growing up in Texas. The next book that I have on here, I have because I am participating in a buddy read of it, and it's also going to help me satisfy one of my Modern Miss Darcy's reading challenge, which is to read a book over 600 pages. I've also gotten comments in my videos about how this is a great pick for a 600 plus page book for that challenge, so I'm excited that not only am I satisfying my challenge, but I'm also buddy reading it, and I think it'll be really fun. The person who's leading the buddy read is Sabrina at Unmanaged Mischief, and we are going to be reading East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I've heard that this is actually really easy to fly through, which is exciting because I feel like any book that is over 500 pages, I feel a little bit more hesitation to pick up just because of how long it is. So I'm excited to finally dive into some more Steinbeck. The next book I have on here is a book that I put on hold a bit ago, and is one that I wanted to read because of the National Book Awards long list, and this one's on it, and I talked about it in my video. This one is the one I'm probably most excited to read, and that is The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. And this focuses on how our government, and using de jure, so like using actual laws, how that created segregation, because we have this conception that it's actually de facto segregation that occurs in our society, and that's why we have such segregated neighborhoods, but this author is arguing that that's not the case. The central premise of Rothstein's argument is that the Supreme Court has failed for decades to understand the extent to which residential racial segregation in our nation is not the result of private decisions by private individuals, but is a direct product of unconstitutional government action. So this, I think, is going to be really eye-opening. There was a picture from Miami-Dade, and I found that fascinating because buildings were demolished to make way for I-95 as children looked on. So I-95 is a huge highway, and I've never heard about this history, so I feel like this book is going to be really insightful and illuminating for me. The next book that I have on here is one that I want to get to also for my challenge, but also because I really want to read more by this author, and that's Human Acts by Kang. I had this out on ebook, but then I saw that it was available in physical form at the library, so I went and picked it up. It's like a brand new copy too, which is awesome. So I'm excited to get into this one. I love that Hong Kong's books are pretty short and that they are a punch in the gut. I'm thinking that this one is going to be just like The Vegetarian, if not more so. Another thing that I have out from the library is a graphic novel, and I thought it looked really cute and interesting, so I picked it up. And that's The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil. Looking inside, it's black and white, and the drawings are really cute in my opinion. I literally know nothing about it, but hopefully it's whimsical. And then the last thing I have on here is something that I actually just got on audiobook, and I think that's going to be the way that I'm going to listen to it, but we'll see when I get to it. And that is Oh Florida, How America's Weirdest State Influences the Rest of the Country. And I've heard that this is a more academic but still readable book about Florida. There's been a few that have been published last year and this year. I recently read Dave Barry's, which was just like humorous and comedic, but this one I think actually uses a lot more research and resources to talk about our state of Florida. I mean, it still has a really funny cover, but looking through it, I can see that there's a lot more research here than in Dave Barry's. Dave Barry's was just like trying to be funny. And there's color pictures, which is pretty cool too. The thing that I'm mostly reading right now is Hillary Clinton's What Happened? Sorry for the glare. I am about 15 or 16% of the way through with this. I actually had no idea that this book was 500 pages. I didn't think that she would have written that much in that short period of time. But so far, she's just talking about how her campaign got started. There's been some juicy parts because that's the reason why I'm reading this for my juicy memoir challenge. The rest of it has just been kind of like explaining her campaign issues and how she put together the people that are taking part in her campaign. So that's where I am so far in that one. And I am also currently listening to on audio Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann, and this one is also part of the National Book Award for Nonfiction long list that I wanted to get to this year. I feel like more people have read this one. It's kind of like a true crime book and also talks about how the FBI really got started as an organization as a result of the crime that takes place in this book. I'm literally only on chapter 1, so I just started it because I just finished my last audiobook last night. So I'll see as I get through this one what I end up thinking about it, but I'm really excited to get to it. And that's pretty much it. The last thing that I'm currently downloading again as I finish up my Hispanic Heritage reads is Julia Alvarez's How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents. So I'm trying to finish this one up for Hispanic Heritage Month, and then I can make a whole video about what I thought about all the things that I read during Hispanic Heritage Month. I hope that you are having a great reading month. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.